Hey guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to the fourth video here for my washi tape mini series. Now this video, I should say, focuses on those washi strips. I actually forgot that I had those washi strips until I was going through some of my embellishments, and lo and behold I found them and I thought, wait a minute, how come this is not with all of my washi? So I pulled it out and now that's what I'm going to be using. So with this layout, again, I'm going to use a white background. I just feel like washi tape works well with a white background, but I will be trimming that a little bit just so I can back it up with a pattern paper. Like I said before, the white papers that I'm using are actually the fillers for album sheet protectors, and so they're a little bit flimsy. So I wanted a background piece to hold it well, and I'm using this pattern paper. So this has a yellow background, but it also has, so one side has this yellow and then the other side has the cameras. And so I'm going to go with this yellow one for right now, but you will see me later kind of move things around. So I also have these project life cards that I used for my previous mini-series, which if you haven't seen, I created was it five or six layouts, I can't remember, using project life cards or pocket scrapbooking cards. And so I had them still out and still in my mind, so I figured I would use them. And these are from the Project Life brand, and they're actually, I think they're for a wedding one that I found. It was the big box. I found it at Goodwill, and so I bought it, but of course I don't do a lot of wedding scrapbooks anymore because my wedding was like 17 years ago. But I did notice that some of them have just like they're white and then it just has the image in the center. So I figured I will use it as a mat for my 3x4 photos. Since the cards are 3x4, I had to trim my photos a little bit, and because the edges are rounded, I had to round my photos as well, which is totally fine because I feel like that's a little bit of a difference from what I normally do. A lot of my photos are all just, hard edges, and so rounding it just makes it a little bit different from what I'm used to doing. So I have 4 photos here, and these are photos of last summer when my family and I decided to do a little weekend getaway. We live in Colorado, and about, I think it was like 2-hour drive, we can get to a hot springs area. There's actually a lot of hot springs in our area, but this particular one was about 2-hour drive west of us, well, southwest, I think. And it's called Mount Princeton. It's up in the mountains, and it has the hot springs, and they also have some pools, and it was just so much fun. I mean, it's a little bit pricey, but because my kids are older now, we can't do the one room with 2 queen beds, so we had to do a room with 2 queen beds and then another extra room with another queen bed. And actually that turned out really nice because my husband and I had our little room to ourselves, and the kids got to sleep in their comfy beds, and so it was really nice. There was a lot more room for us to move around, and the resort was just really a great place. And looking at these pictures already making me want to go back there again. And their hot springs were good, and they had a pool with a I think it was like a 40-foot long slide. I think that's the number. I might be just not saying that right, but they had a slide, and it was so much fun. And yeah, it was. And the thing is, with our stay in the hotel or in the resort, we got to it included the admission to the hot springs and to the pools. So basically it paid for our entrance to the pool, and that was nice. So with this particular layout, what I did was I used the washi strips and decorated the corners of my layout. So I just did 2 corners, but you can definitely do all 4 corners, but I felt like the 2 corners is fine. You can do like top and bottom, or you can do left and or the sides, and that's what I'm kind of doing right now. So I had put all of the washi, and I did tear parts of it so that there's that accent of torn edge onto the side. And here's when I'm kind of auditioning which one looks better, the yellow or the pink, and I'm gonna go with the yellow. What do you guys think? Should I have gone with the, I'm sorry, I've gone with the yellow, but what do you think? Should have I gone with the pink background, or the yellow suits this layout better? I'm kind of curious. So anyways, I'm inking up the edges, and then I am going to be putting that over the yellow paper. And I did cut out the inside of it just because, I don't know, that's just how I am. There's times where I'm like, okay, Grace, you have a lot more paper to work with, you don't need to cut that. But then there's, I don't know, I guess it's a habit that I just cut the inside, and so that's what I did. And it's all right because I know that I can use that paper for another project. So I am inking up all of the edges of those Project Life cards that I'm going to use as mats, and also my journaling block. So in my journaling block, I just basically wrote down specifically what I've just been telling you, how we had such a great time at this resort and we can't wait to go back again. So I'm just going to adhere all of those. And then I had this idea of laying my photos in the center, but because I had done the washi on both sides, I'm going to play around and see if it looks better top and bottom or side to side. And I hope that you guys are liking these videos and have been getting inspiration on how to use your washi. It has definitely helped me not only bust out the washi, it also has helped me to remember where I've stored my washi, like these tapes. I didn't even know that they were in with all of the other washis that I have. And then it also has helped me to kind of call or go through the ones that I have and that are not working anymore. Like I said in the previous videos, I've discovered that some washis, they stick together, especially when you haven't used them for a long time, which is kind of interesting because you would think that washi just has that low tack adhesive to it and that's just how it's going to be. But apparently if it's been rolled on itself for too long and hasn't been used, and then that low tack just becomes like permanent and it just wouldn't move anymore. And so it's good for me to get rid of those ones that are quote unquote bad in my stash. So I did use my T-square ruler there just to make it straight. I feel like if my photos are not straight, it will look weird with the straight edges of my washi. And I had fun with this because there was no rhyme or reason for putting the washi. I just made sure that, of course, I didn't put the same design too close together. So like if I'm using a red dot, I can't do a dot like right next to it because then, I don't know, that just feels like there's just too much dot in one spot. Now I'm going to go with my title here, and my title will be Family Time. And I've been in this kick of combining different fonts for my title. So I'm going to use this Scripty Family, and then I'm going to use a block letter for the word time. I believe that Scripty one is a Heidi swap if I'm not mistaken. Oh, actually I think I'm going to say Family Trip. Now these stickers that I'm adding are from My Mind's Eye, and I've had this forever. And I didn't remember, or they weren't in the forefront of my mind until I used them to label my die cut book. And I remembered, oh, this is a nice font. Why am I not using it as much? But I do remember that the reason why I'm not using it so much was because I'm running out of letters. So as you can see, I doctored the I. I took it out of an H and just cut that out, and that's totally fine with me because I feel like at the end of the day, it's not going to matter if the letters were cut out from another letter. It's going to spell the same word, so I'm totally fine with that. But I did move them around to make sure that they fit right between the bottom of the F and the Y. And then I pulled out, speaking of my die cut book, I pulled out a bunch of die cuts from that, and I am just going to be adhering them. And these are from different manufacturers. I believe that Remember one is actually from a pattern paper from Ellie Studio that I cut out. These labels are from a Jelly Bean Soup pack. And then the circles, I can't remember where this big circle came from, but I know that smaller circle, the ones with the weekend, is from Ellie Studio as well. I recently refilled my Fun Foam adhesive stash, and so I have this little bucket full of adhesive backed Fun Foam, and so I'm adding some Fun Foam to that big circle, and then I'm just going to tuck that little circle that says Hooray for Weekends on the back of the bigger circle. And then I think I'm going to go through my stickers, right? I'm going to go through my stickers and I'm going to see what else I have. I have some summer themed stickers here from Echo Park, and that's what I'm just kind of pulling things from. And then I found some little bikinis that I thought was cute, but it just didn't fit well in that space for that Remember, and I needed something to go there. And so I'm going to go back to that other sticker sheet, and then I found some sunglasses which I thought was cute, and I just happened to have 3 of them. Actually, I think I had 4, but I used 3 of them here, and so that created kind of a visual triangle. And that's basically my layup. I have one more washi tape video to share with you. I hope that you guys will watch that when it comes live. If you like these videos and if you want to be notified when I post my next video, make sure that you check that bell button on the bottom of this video, as well as subscribing, and I will catch you guys another day. Bye.